What Governor Spitzer's education agenda has in store for charter schools. And some sports parents get out of control at games. Why a hockey coach and parent are on thin ice after a fight.
A lake effect snow warning off to the west. Will we see snow here? Details at 10.
This is Fox 23 News at 10. Coverage and convenience. 10 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
A local youth hockey community speaking out after a brawl between a Saratoga County parent and a Connecticut hockey coach ends with some arrests. Good evening to you. I'm John Gray. Ann is off tonight. First on Fox, it all started after a fight broke out outside of a youth hockey game in Connecticut over the weekend. The coach of the Connecticut team now faces third-degree assault charges after getting into a fight with a parent from a local team from our area. Fox 23's Jeff Saperstone joining us live now with reaction from some other members of the youth hockey community. Hi, Jeff.
Hi, John. Yeah, and really the reaction is disappointment. They say adults should be setting the example in something that in the end is just a game. These kids spend their evening practicing at the Albany County ice hockey rink. It's a fun and popular sport for young people, but it's become a contact sport for some parents off the ice.
But it just seems to be things that are just going on all over the country today.
This weekend, Frank Rocco, the head coach of a Connecticut youth hockey team, was charged with third-degree assault after getting into a fight with 39-year-old Lawrence Smith of Greenfield Center. Smith, a parent of a child on the Troy-based CD Select Pee Wee League, was thrown out for allegedly swearing at some players on the Connecticut team. Police say after the game, Rocco confronted Smith outside and the two began fighting. One witness described what happened.
Pulled his shirt over the guy's head like they do in a hockey fight back in the day, and just started pummeling him with punches.
I personally feel that it's a blow to hockey, not only just the fact that it's our name, because I just don't like to see that happen.
Jim Salfi, the founder of the original CD Select youth hockey program, is saddened by all this. So is Ron Kuehl.
Overall, I was just disappointed for the hockey community.
Kuehl is CBA's hockey coach and is a hockey parent. He also knows Lawrence Smith.
He's a super nice guy with a great family, a good family man, and just again, a very unfortunate situation.
Coach Kuehl says it's not only parents but coaches that have a responsibility to behave themselves out on the rink.
You should be focused solely on what you're doing and what you're trying to provide for your kids.
Jim Salfi believes there will be consequences from the brawl.
I definitely think that, the ramifications coming down from USA Hockey every year are going to get stricter and stricter.
Already there is a zero-tolerance policy for players and parents in youth hockey. Lawrence Smith told me by phone tonight he did not want to comment on what happened to mainly protect his kids. John?
All right, thank you, Jeff. Well, Troy police say they have identified the student who they say assaulted a school bus driver, but they can't find him. Police say a 16-year-old boy from the Parker School tried to board a school bus this morning, but was told to wait for the second bus that had more room on it. They say the student then pried the school bus door open, shouted at the driver, and punched him in the face. Police say the student will likely be charged with assault once they do find him. Governor Spitzer is outlining his education reform agenda. This is a couple of days before he shows us how he's going to pay for it all with his first state budget. Fox 23's Walt McClure has details on the plan and reaction to it.
Taken together, these new measures will send the message to all that we take accountability seriously.
Governor Spitzer outlining his agenda for education in New York to ensure that all children are getting a quality education and that taxpayers are getting what they pay for.
My vision for education reform is built on a single premise. To be effective, new funding must be tied to a comprehensive agenda of reform and accountability.
That accountability, financial, programmatic, and performance-based, would be made possible through increased funding and a more open school aid formula. However, school districts will have to show results from their efforts. Those efforts should include smaller class sizes, more time in the classroom, and more quality teaching.
The agreements with districts will demand a serious reform plan that specifies the use of any new funds, how current programs will be changed, and very importantly, the improvement in educational performance the districts will achieve as a result.
Administrators, school board members, and teachers reps say they look forward to seeing these reforms take effect.
I think if we go point for point, we're definitely on the same page, and I'm very enthused about the potential for more financial assistance for Albany.
I was very encouraged by what I heard. More money for school districts, relief for taxpayers, and everything that I want. Accountability is something I definitely support.
I think the entire system needs to respond, but the entire system has been saying for decades that we haven't had the resources to do it. And now he's saying we're going to have those resources.
The governor also calling for an increase in charter schools and offering transitional aid for districts like Albany that would be affected by it. He's appointing a deputy secretary of education to oversee the agenda, and we'll get the financial details of it when the governor releases his budget on Wednesday. At the Capitol, Walt McClure, Fox 23 News.
Staying at the Capitol for the moment, the Assembly Minority Leader Jim Tedisco is calling on lawmakers to vote on a new state controller tomorrow, so that person will be ready to take part in the budget negotiations right away. Last week, 17 candidates were interviewed for this job. A group of former controllers recommended 3 names to the state legislature. The decision is now up to lawmakers, and we should note lawmakers do not have to choose one of those suggested candidates on that short list. The new controller will replace Alan Hevesy, who resigned last month after admitting that he broke the law when he used a state worker to chauffeur his wife around. Have a sad story to pass along now on the famed racehorse, a story much of the country really has followed. A Barbaros 8-month battle to survive sadly ended today. Brent Martineau joins us.